Hello! It's time for another story from the Here Comes Tommy collection. The year 1966. The story, Lowering the Draft Age, by T.M. Straight, read by T.M. Straight. The rumors spread fast and swift around the fifth grade playground. Someone heard it on the news, so it must be true. They were lowering the draft age to 12. They needed more soldiers for the escalation in Vietnam, and that would mean we were only a year or two from being shipped out. Some of us were very excited. War couldn't be much different than the reenactments of World War II we did in the neighborhood, could it? Reenactments where I always played the Nazi, by the way. Part of it was because, well, kids just loved ganging up on me and letting me be the loser. But also because I could fake a German accent and was the only one who could act his way out of a paper bag. The thing that struck me about Vietnam, even as a kid, were the war reports, particularly about the casualties. I couldn't help but notice that the casualties were always in a 10-to-1 ratio. If there were 5 Americans killed, there were 50 reported Viet Cong killed. 7 Americans, 70 Viet Cong. It seemed odd to me that it always worked that way. My fervent imagination, although somewhat more quietly channeled, still existed. I loved Get Smart and would run around the playground as Maxwell Smart, sometimes talking into my shoe. Even though I was discreet as I could be, I was still picked on and not very popular. Although I did have one brief, shining moment. Some kid wouldn't leave me alone, kept nattering at me, wouldn't leave me alone, bullying me, even starting to get physical. My usual humor was not working. Finally, I snapped. Somehow I turned on him, knocked him to the ground, put my foot on his back in such a way that he could not get up, and said, "Will you just leave me alone?" The other kids were awed. How did Weasley, Clumsy, Tom Straight pin down and get the big bully to cry, "Uncle!" Kids were practically applauding my victory. I was on the verge of restoring the popularity I had lost in 4th grade. But in my mind, it was just a meaningless fluke. I had no idea how I did it. I had no martial arts training, no concept of physical self-defense. It was just luck. It could have easily gone the other way. The bully could have decided to take revenge on me later, although he never did. I still, to this day, don't understand the bullying instinct, or why kids only respect those who are physical in return. Here Comes Tommy is available on Amazon.